So let's talk about the role of an SEO, like what you are supposed to do. I think you should understand that and you should be aware of what's coming once you become an SEO auditor and what types of tasks you will have to do and what types of challenges will be coming your way. So, first and foremost, you are going to become a detective and you will be investigating issues and checking what competitors are doing. This is like number one thing you will be doing, the role. So you have to be very curious. You have to be able to connect the dots and see patterns where other people do not see them, because SEO is a black box and you will have to try to understand at least 10% of that black box and how it works for that specific website, because for every website the black box works differently. And I also have a lot of clients, a lot of people coming to me who now it is like probably most of the leads SEOs get come from people who lost traffic after some update, maybe without an update, maybe after a failed migration. So, this is when being a detective is really, really important. You need to be able to find what they did in that migration that caused them to lose traffic. So, from the migrations I am doing, the leads I get for migration, I would say 70% are people who already had a migration and it failed, and they want me to find out what happened. So, this is the role I'm enjoying very much. And I hope you will be enjoying it as well. But you need to be aware that this will be the part of your daily work. And in addition to being a detective, you can also expect at least those things to be part of your job. So, you will definitely be a problem solver every single day. You will have to be able to address challenges, technical SEO challenges, penalties, all the problems that are happening, that can happen, all the issues, and you will have to be able to solve those issues in the most efficient way and in the most effective way. Because solving some issues for some websites may not be really necessary, may not really make sense, but for others, this can be like a crucial thing. So we can say that introducing redirects is like a basic thing in migration. You should do redirects, right? Why, if you don't do redirects in a migration, you are lost. But there may be a situation where it doesn't make sense and you will be losing time. So, for example, I had a site which had thousands of URLs. They were all like mixed up, like the worst site I have ever seen. The site had zero traffic, zero backlinks, and they want to migrate to a different structure, different URLs. And in that specific situation, it didn't really make sense to create redirects from those thin pages. It was way better to just launch with a set of well optimized new pages and cut off from that dirt, from that chaos. So that's why you need to be a problem solver. And this also means you have to be an analyst, you have to like interpreting data, finding trends and understanding what those trends mean and whether those trends are okay. So, for example, in Google Search Console, you can see that the average position is dropping. So the trend is downward. And you can think, that the trend is downward. So there is definitely a problem. I need to look for a solution. But if you have some experience, you look at the entire picture and you can see that, okay, average position is going down, but the number of impressions is increasing very, very, very fast. And it may mean that the site is becoming visible for more queries, is ranking for now 10,000 keywords as opposed to 1,000 keywords. So it starts ranking for those other keywords and it probably starts ranking on lower positions. So this may skew the average position, but this is good news, right? So this is what you have to be able to notice, understand, and react to that in the correct way. So this isn't the situation you should be fixing, right? So you are a strategist as well. You will be creating SEO strategy plans and you need to be able to create them effectively, always taking into account the entire context of the website. Translator, if you work with a team, sometimes your client will have a team, and some people may not be technical, others may be technical. So you will have to be able to explain some concepts, some technical concepts to non-technical people, or vice versa. So you may become this translator of sorts. Forecaster, I don't like forecasting in SEO, and I don't think you can do it effectively and correctly. But sometimes you just have to be able to try to at least predict the trends and what's going to happen. Google has not run an update for like 8 months, and the site lost traffic with the previous update. Google core updates are not really penalties, they are like relevance adjustments. So the site lost traffic in the previous update. And I can say, based on the past, that a new core update is very likely. Then I can predict that the site has done so many changes, so many improvements, that it is possible I can predict that the site may recover with the next core update. Diplomat, so yeah, sometimes you have to be mediating between different teams to implement SEO strategies. Some teams may think that we don't need to do that, we don't need a blog, but you know that without the blog they won't grow. So you have to be able to explain it to them that yes, you do need a blog. Educator, sometimes you become an educator, you train groups of people, teams on SEO. So in the past, I used to train developers on SEO so that when they build a site, when they code the site, they actually code it correctly from start. So they, for example, do not use headings for styling purposes. If you have a huge client which pays you a lot, they want you to be an innovator. They want you to look for new creative solutions, not just do the basics to survive. They want you to come up with new ideas. And this is a very rewarding part of being an SEO when you see that those things are happening. This competitor is doing that. So my client should also do that, but we can do it even better because there is this thing that is now a good idea to implement in SEO. So let's do this. And finally, watchdog, you need to be monitoring the site, how it is doing, whether it's up, because sometimes the client, like a recent case from like last week, the website went down. I am monitoring that and I saw that. So I wrote to the client that your site is down, what's going on? And they forgot to pay for the hosting. So those things happen. You need to be monitoring both whether the site is up, whether the traffic is coming to the site, and what's going on in the like search landscape. Because like this also happens, I don't remember exactly when. A few weeks ago, all the websites saw a huge drop in Google Search Console. And it wasn't because the site lost traffic, it was because there was this reporting glitch in Google Search Console. But I, as an SEO, need to know that, and I need to inform the client that, listen, there is an issue going on. Don't worry, nothing is happening. Don't panic. So this being a watchdog is also an important part of being an SEO. So these are some of the roles, I think the most important roles you can expect to play as an SEO, whether you are doing it as a freelancer or whether you are an SEO specialist. If you are an SEO specialist in a company, probably not all of those roles will be assigned to you, but you will still win big if you approach SEO as a detective, as a strategist, as an innovator, and simply as a very curious person. So that's all for this video.